Dear audience, Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Khurram from National University of Modern Languages, Islamabad. In my previous two videos, I have been talking about discourse grammar. So in this video, again I am going to take another concept of discourse grammar, that is theme and rheme, and then how thematic progression it works in written and spoken discourse. Remember, we are dealing with textual meaning, how meanings are produced in discourse, what various kinds of resources are used by the author or the speaker. So in this regard, I have already talked about substitution, ellipsis, and lexical cohesion. Now it is time that we should talk about theme and rheme. Theme and rheme contribute to the texture of a text. It creates a relationship between theme and rheme in a clause and its contribution to the focus and flow of information in a text. So we will have to see that when the author is making use of a theme, he or she is giving prominence to something. That is why it is coming in the beginning of the sentence. Remember, I have told you that it is not the traditional grammar that we are dealing with. So the idea of theme and rheme, they are coming from systemic functional linguistics. So again we will have to refer back to Hassan and Ruqayya Hassan, that how they have created the concepts of theme and rheme. Theme is the starting point of a clause. So remember, usually in linguistics we talk about a clause, we do not talk about a sentence, because clause can be a sentence as well, and it is the starting point of a clause. You should not say that usually the subject of the sentence, it comes in the beginning of the sentence. I told you that we are not dealing with the traditional grammar. Sometimes it can be a subject, but sometimes it cannot be a subject, because this is the starting point of a clause. That is what the clause is about. The remainder of the clause is the rheme. So something which is not the theme, that becomes the rheme. Thus in the sentence, hiragana represents the 46 basic sounds of the Japanese language. The theme is hiragana. The rest of the sentence is the rheme, that is what the sentence has to say about hiragana. So hiragana is the theme and rest of the sentence is the rheme. In this example, hiragana is a topical theme. Conjunctions such as and, or, but, when they occur at the beginning of a clause, are also the examples of textual theme. An item that expresses a point of view on the content of the clause, such as of course, is an interpersonal theme. So it means that there are three kinds of themes: topical theme, textual theme, and interpersonal theme. We should also remember that clause has a character of message. All kind of clauses or sentences which are produced by human beings, they have got some kind of message in it, and this message, it can be given the status of a communicative event. So when we interact with the human beings, we are enacting a communicative event in it. That communicative character comes from one part of the clause which is known as theme. Theme and rheme help us understand how information is conveyed in clause. My sister goes to campus every morning. So in this example, my sister is the theme and goes to campus every morning is the rheme. So we can say that this clause is about my sister and she goes to campus every morning. This is the kind of information which is given to us about the theme. So that information is contained in rheme. Elements which come first in the clause is called a theme, according to Halliday and Ruqayya Hassan. Remember, everything which is coming in the beginning of the sentence, it could be a word but, it could be a word and, it could be, lexical bundles like of course, on the other hand. So it will be called a theme because the author is giving prominence to this part of the sentence or a clause. The rest of the clause typically contains new information. So usually the rheme contains new information and old information is given in the theme part of the clause. I have told you there are three types of themes. One is called topical theme. It is also called ideational theme. The second is called textual theme. And the third one is called interpersonal theme. And they have got further categorizations like topical theme can be unmarked or marked. Textual theme can be conjunctive, adjective, conjunction. And interpersonal theme can be modal or comment adjunct, vocatives and finite verbal operator. Now with the help of examples, I will be explaining these things to you. Let's start with the ideational or topical theme. A clause has at least one theme, of course. That is the topic of the clause, which is called as topical theme. So almost all the clauses, they require at least one theme, but it could have more than one theme. It could have 2 or 3 themes as well in the one clause. Based on ideational type or topical type, theme can be identified as marked and unmarked one. So something which is usual, something which we are expecting, because we have read about it, we have got a lot of knowledge. Ali goes to school. So Ali is an unmarked theme because we cannot find anything unusual about this sentence or this clause. So something which is common, that is unmarked, and something which is unusual, that is a marked theme. That is a clause having a marked theme. So unmarked topical theme, usually identified as the subject of the clause. So that is unmarked. Ali goes to school every day. I teach linguistics. So Ahmad works hard. So these sentences are, subject, verb or object kind of sentences. So there is nothing unusual about them. So they are unmarked clauses. But when something is different, it goes unexpected as compared to our expectations, so then it becomes a marked clause. It has got a marked theme. So marked theme found in the form of complement or circumstantial adjunct. Unmarked examples are: the coach praised his students for their teamwork. So the coach is the subject, or we can say the subject of the sentence. Praised his students for their teamwork. It has got verb and predicate, or simply we can say it has got a rheme. So this is an unmarked clause. It has got an unmarked theme. It has got a nominal group, that is the coach. Susan read the poetry book quietly. Again, unmarked theme. Now we should talk about marked theme. Quietly, Susan read the poetry book. Quietly. So we were not expecting that something can come before topical theme, that is here Susan, but here quietly is given prominence. It has been brought in the beginning of this sentence. So this is a marked theme because it is unusual right now. Under the tree, Julie and Bryce met. So again, under the tree, prepositional phrase is brought in the beginning of the sentence or the clause. So this is a marked theme, adjunct or prepositional phrase. The second kind of theme is called textual theme. It is usually found in the first string of themes. It includes continuatives and or conjunctive, adjunct and conjunctions. It shows the logical or temporal relationship between what has been said and what is being said in the current clause. So we will be very careful. Words like and, but, so, moreover, however, they are called textual themes, and sometimes the authors, they make use of these kinds of conjunctive adverbs, and in this way they give prominence to textual themes, and they bring these words in the beginning of the clause. A small set of words that signal a new move in the beginning, usually found in the beginning of the clause. Example: yes, no, well, oh, now, okay, right, of course. So okay, but conjunction, we really should go home now. So we have got here two kinds of themes. We, the topical theme, and but and okay, they are the textual themes. So there are basically three themes in this clause. So two, they belong to textual theme, and we, it belongs to topical theme. Conjunctive adjunct or conjunction. Conjunctive adjunct is freer to move in a clause. Conjunctive adjunct is freer to move. It can come in the beginning of the clause, it can go at the end of the clause, it can come in the middle of the clause. But conjunctions, usually they are not easy to move around. Adverbial group of prepositional phrases that relates the clause to the preceding text by providing logical link between them or between messages. A word or group that either links paratectic or binds hypotectic clause in which it occurs structurally to another clause. So in systemic functional linguistics, we have got two kinds of clauses: paratectic and hypotectic. So coordinating conjunctions or coordinating clauses, where the two clauses, they can stand on their own and they both carry equal weight, and they have got subject, verb and object in the sentence. So they are known as paratectic clauses in systemic functional linguistics. And when there are subordinating conjunctions, subordinating clauses, so such type of clauses in systemic functional linguistics, they are known as hypotectic clauses. Conjunctive adjuncts are of different kinds, like additive, moreover, in addition, besides, like adversatives. However, conversely, concessive, like nevertheless, despite that, and causal, like therefore, as a result. And conjunctions are paratectic as well as hypotectic. So paratectic, it means both the clauses, they can stand on their own. So words like and, or, nor, either, neither, but, yet, so, then, because these are the words, they show that the clauses, if the sentence, it carries two or more than two clauses and they are joined with these paratectic words, so they can stand on their own. So that is why it is said that they are paratectic. Hypotectic, it means after that subordinating conjunction will, or subordinating clause will be coming, like when, while, before, after, until, because, although, unless, and since. And of course, you have got certain knowledge about the traditional grammar as well. You might have read all these words. So such type of clauses are called hypotectic clauses. So conjunctives. Of course, nevertheless, she is still part of the group. So here we have got she, which is a topical theme, and nevertheless, which is a conjunctive, and it shows textual theme, and of course it shows interpersonal relationship, because that when you are speaking as a speaker, you always create relationship with the listener, and the authors, they always create relationship with the readers. So they make use of such type of words where they show their attitude, where they show their stance to the clause, to the message that they are conveying. For example, words like probably, it shows that the author is not sure about the message which is conveyed through this clause. Of course, nevertheless, since she is still part of the group, So this is not a complete clause, but we have got topical she, and since conjunction, nevertheless conjunctive, and of course it is also, theme, that is textual theme. Let's talk about the third kind of theme, that is the interpersonal theme. And as I have just told you, through interpersonal themes, authors, they create their relationship with the readers, and we come to know about the attitude or the stance of the author, that how much sure or not sure he or she is when he or she is producing this text, when he or she is producing that message. So mood adjunct. Interpersonal are the ones that indicate something about the relationship between speaker and listener, or writer and reader. Usually called mood adjuncts, comment adjuncts express the speaker's judgment or attitude to the content of the message. So modal adjuncts include probably, which shows that the author is not sure, usually, obviously, which means that the evidence is there, everything is clear. To my mind, it shows that the author is very much subjective and he is concluding according to his own understanding. Frankly speaking, he is trying to become our friend. Believe me, so the author, maybe he does not have evidence, but he is saying, believe me. Seriously, please, no doubt, presumably, in principle, understandably, as expected, and by chance. So these are the interpersonal themes. So here we have got, well, as expected, he won the game again. So he is topical, as expected is modal, and well is also showing that the author is trying to create the relationship with the reader or with the listener. So they are the examples of interpersonal themes. Vocatives are names or other terms of address used to get attention of the hearer or reaffirm the speaker-hearer relationship or author-reader relationship. For instance, personal names, my dear, honey, darling, so they are the vocatives. And in this way, the author is trying to create the relationship with the reader, or the speaker is trying to create relationship with the listener. Only thematic if they occur before the topical theme, a finite verb or a modal adjunct. So there are two examples. For example, now kids, you need to wake up. Now kids, so you are addressing kids, you are calling upon them, kids, wake up now. So now is, textual, and kids is vocative, interpersonal, and you, now kids, you need to wake up, so you is topical. So three themes are there: textual, interpersonal, and topical. Kids go to school every morning. Here kids are not being addressed. In general terms, kids are being talked about. So that is why here kids is topical. Here kids is not interpersonal. Kids go to school every morning. So kids is a topical theme. We are giving information about kids. Especially some kind of kids are not addressed here. So in general terms, kids are being talked about. Finite verb operator. My dear Roo, seriously, didn't we come to agreement already? Finite verb operator are small set of finite auxiliary verbs. Finite verb is a verb which tells us about time. We come to know about present or future or past. They consist of primary tense or modality. So my dear is vocative. You are calling upon someone, my dear, it is interpersonal. Roo, again you are calling upon someone, it is interpersonal. Seriously is a modal. Okay, and again it is interpersonal. Didn't we, so here didn't is finite, and we, because it is coming before we, so it is topical theme. And come to agreement already is the rheme of the clause. Clauses as theme in a clause complex. In a hypotactic clause complex, if the dependent clause comes first, then the dependent clause is treated as the theme for the whole clause complex. If the dependent clause is coming first, the whole clause, dependent clause, is treated as a theme because it is given prominence. But we can further categorize if the dependent clause comes first. So if here is conjunction and the dependent clause, it is the topical, comes first, basically it is the rheme, but the whole dependent clause is treated as a theme, then it is the theme for the whole clause. So then again is conjunction, it is topical and is the theme for the whole this is the rheme, but it is treated again here as a topical and then is treated here as conjunction, that is textual, and then rheme is basically is the theme for the whole complex. So this is how we can divide the whole clause. Predicated theme. These take the form of it plus be. It was those male students who helped the grandma. So it is theme. Was those male students, it is basically the rheme, but the whole part of the clause can be taken as a theme. And who helped the grandma is basically the rheme, but again who will be theme and help the grandma is the rheme. It is important that the drivers put on safety belts. So it is the theme, is important, is the rheme. That is conjunction here, and the drivers basically is the topical theme and put on safety belt is the rheme. But again it is important that is treated as theme and that the drivers put on safety belt is treated as rheme. Dear audience, I have already talked about theme and rheme. Let's talk about 2-3 more examples and then I will end my lecture. Theme and mood. Theme in interrogative clauses. Polar. The finite which precedes the subject is thematic if the subject is also the topical theme. Did you sleep on the couch last night? So did you, that is the topical theme. Whenever finite operator is coming before the topical theme, that is also treated as topical. Finite. In marked topical theme case, if the finite comes after the marked topical theme, so it is not thematic. Last night, did you sleep on the couch? So here last night is topical theme and did you sleep on the couch is the rheme, because prominence is given to last night, so last night is the theme. In WH interrogative, the WH element alone is thematic. Where are you heading to? So where is the theme and are you heading to is the rheme. Theme in interrogatives. 2 ways of treating theme in imperative clauses. Either as theme only or treat the process as theme. Read the instructions carefully. Take the whole clause as a theme or rheme. Or read will be treated as theme and the rest of the clause will be treated as rheme. The instructions carefully. So it is up to you how you are going to divide this clause. Theme in exclamatives. WH element plus nominal group. What an unforgettable moment is the theme, it is, that is the rheme. Or how fast is the theme and he drives is the rheme. Dear audience, in my today's class I have talked about theme and rheme. According to systemic functional linguistics, anything which is coming in the beginning of the sentence, it is a theme. Theme is of 3 kinds. I have talked about topical or ideational theme, textual theme and interpersonal themes. So we will have to see the authors, that how they are producing discourse, how they are giving prominence to different kinds of things in the message and how they are making use of these ideas. In my next class I will talk about thematic progression. Thank you very much.